did you watch Donald Trump's speech at the RNC last night? Well, whether you did or you didn't, I have a great recap coming for you. Let's talk about it. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Donald Trump's speech at the RNC last night, which was Thursday, July 18th, 2024. He got on stage at about 10:30 p.m. Eastern and stayed until about midnight. So a good 90-minute speech. Some said it was too long, it was too drawn out, it was boring. I thought that it was more of a calm vibe, obviously, because, okay, let's just put it in perspective, shall we? Trump got shot on stage at a rally on Saturday. And then not even 1 week later, on Thursday, he's on stage talking about what happened and also trying to address the nation, trying to get your vote, trying to sell the Republican Party to the general masses so we can get back in power come November. So there's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts, but I think ultimately he did a good job. This was an emotional speech at times, the firefighter tribute, that right there. Listen, I was on stream, and shout out to you guys who were there. I appreciate y'all for joining. I was on stream fighting for my life, fighting tears for a good 5 to 10 minutes. I'll talk about that a little bit more a little bit later. I ain't trying to start crying too early in the video, and nobody got time for that. So let's look at some clips here. And of course, I will link to everything in the box. But first, we have Melania. Where's Melania? She's never anywhere with Trump, blah, 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 blah. And of course, she had to pop out. Check it out. Big round of applause, of course. Hey, Joe Biden, Michelle Obama, Barbara Bush could never. None of them could ever have the style, the grace, the poise that Melania Trump has. They just don't have it. And of course, we got JD Vance and his wife, Usha, on stage. All right. You see JD Vance and you see Eric and Ivanka and her husband. All right. A little bit of everybody. So shout out to Melania for coming out and being as gracious as she always is. Now, this was a great moment when they brought out Trump. Now, first, before this, I think they had, was it Kid Rock performed? And Kid Rock ain't nothing but a ball of energy. You get that man a 6-pack of beer and you got a show all night. He ain't going to stop. He'll be 80 years old, still out there. I'm a cowboy. That was an interesting performance. And then Dana White from the UFC, he spoke right before Trump came out. They had my man, what's his name? Lee Greenwood. I don't want to say his name wrong, but I'm proud to be an American. He sang that song before Trump came out. And then it was a big introduction, a lot of lights flashing, big Trump sign, and this is how he came out. So that's the backstage view, and seeing it straight on and seeing it live with my man singing and the crowd. And by the way, you could kind of see the crowd here. It looked like NBA basketball game. This arena in Milwaukee, Wisconsin was completely packed from the top to the bottom, completely packed. Joe Biden could never draw a crowd like that. Could never. Okay, let's get into a few things here. We got some policy things. Then we're going to get into the soul of the speech. All right. Talking about the assassination attempt, talking about the man who died, talking about a little bit of everything. Check it out.
I'm going to protect Social Security and Medicare. Democrats are going to destroy Social Security and Medicare because all of these people, by the millions they're coming in, they're going to be on Social Security and Medicare and other things, and you're not able to afford it. They are destroying your Social Security and your Medicare under my...
So, that's one thing they say. Oh, he's going to destroy Social Security, Medicare. He's going to roll that back, all this, that, and the third. But where's the evidence of that when you're talking about what he says? Also, Project 2025, all that kind of stuff, Trump says he's not even affiliated with. And as a matter of fact, they introduced, well, it didn't reveal it. I guess it's just out there, but there's a plan the Republicans have, and they made a kind of a shot at Project 2025, talking about our plan is not hundreds of pages long. It's easy to read, because Project 2025 is over 900 pages long. All right. That's not affiliation. There's no affiliation with Trump and his organization, his campaign. But let's continue talking about drilling for oil.
I will end the devastating inflation crisis immediately, bring down interest rates, and lower the cost of energy. We will drill, baby, drill.
And there were quite a few chants going on, drill, baby, drill, a little bit of everything. The crowd was absolutely electric.
Greatest movement in the history of our country, make America great again. When they criticized it, they said, we're going to try and stop MAGA. I said, MAGA is making America great again. What are you going to stop? There's nothing to stop.
Exactly. Ain't nothing to stop. What are we talking
and they
about?
say, oh, that's right. It's very tough to fight it. And all of the people that did try and fight it have failed. Greatest movement.
Nothing but facts. Nothing but facts. Everybody that tried to fight it failed. All the lawfare failed. Assassination attempt failed. Everything is failed. Your president you got in there right now, 81 million allegedly, he about to fail. They're talking about he got to drop out by the weekend, by close of business on today. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway.
Less than 4 years ago, I handed this administration the strongest border in American history. But you can see on the chart that saved my life, that was the chart that saved my life. I said, look it, I'm so proud of it. I think it's one of the greatest. It was done by the Border Patrol.
Now, this chart is about illegal immigration into the USA. And it might be kind of hard to see, but there's an arrow right here in the center. And that is when, I think that might have been when Trump left, I believe. And then, of course, you see the big spike afterward. Now, the reason why he said that it saved his life is because when he was on stage on Saturday, when he got shot, he was trying to look at the chart. So he turned his head ever so slightly. And the way he turned his head was just enough for the bullet to not hit him in the head and graze his ear instead. Okay, so that chart most certainly saved his life.
One of the greatest charts I've ever seen. It showed everything just like that. You know the chart. Oh, there it is. That's pretty good. Wow. Last time I put up that chart, I never really got to look at it. But without that chart, I would not be here today.
And as I said, the crowd electric the entire time.
Turned to my right and was ready to begin a little bit further turn, which I'm very lucky I didn't do, when I heard a loud whizzing sound and felt something hit me really, really hard on my right ear. I said to myself, wow, what was that? It can only be a bullet. And moved my right hand to my ear, brought it down. My hand was covered with blood, just absolutely blood all over the place. I immediately knew it was very serious, that we were under attack, and in one movement proceeded to drop to the ground. Bullets were continuing to fly as very brave Secret Service agents rushed to the stage, and they really did. They rushed to the stage. These are great people at great risk, I will tell you, and pounced on top of me so that I would be protected. There was blood pouring everywhere, and yet, in a certain way, I felt very safe because I had God on my side. I felt that.
So this was a great part of the speech where he addressed the assassination attempt. One thing he didn't do was throw Secret Service under the bus. Now, he could have because of the obvious security failure that happened, but he didn't do that. I think we, the people, have done that enough. I don't think Trump had to do that on stage, which was a good decision from him. All right, now let's keep on going here. This particular piece was really emotional because he honored Corey Comparatore, hopefully I said his name correctly, who died at the rally because when the shooter was shooting, he shooted his family and he got shot while protecting his family. Corey Comparatore was a volunteer fire chief. I'm not sure if he was retired or active, but he died doing exactly what he did for a living, protect people. And if you're a volunteer, which, by the way, 70% of firefighters in the USA are volunteer, you don't get paid. So you're risking your life for free just because you feel called to do it. That's an honorable man. So yeah, that was a big moment. And like I said, right here, I was fighting for my life to not start crying because y'all may or may not know my dad was a firefighter and died on Christmas Day in 2020. So when you see the helmet and the jacket, it just kind of caught me off guard. And I think this picture right here will be as famous as the one with him with his fist up after the assassination attempt. Because you got to understand, he almost died. Trump almost died. And Mr. Comparatore did die. So this moment right here to me is like, you're here with me. You like, I could have been where you are, or vice versa. So now they're kind of like permanently linked. It was really emotional. Very, very emotional. And of course, you got mouth breathers talking about, why is the name spelled wrong on the jacket? Well, it was always like that at his firehouse in that area. They just never really noticed it. They never noticed, so it just was like that. It's not like the Trump team made a replica jacket and misspelled it. That's the jacket that he always would wear at his firehouse. But as I close, I want to say this. Shout out to Trump. Shout out to everybody for being at the RNC. Everybody that spoke before him, Hogan, Tucker Carlson, and everybody. It was a good event, a great speech. Pretty long, like 90 minutes, but I think he needed to be up there to say what had to be said and just to let you know where he's at mentally, physically. I thought it was a great time. I thought it was a great speech. And I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your thoughts on the speech? You think it was too long? It wasn't very substantive? Was it just a right amount of time he was on stage? Was it substantive? How about the emotional parts? Did you kind of get a little teary-eyed on that one? Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. I thought it was a good speech, and I don't see how the other guy wins. I think we're going to come right back to the White House, take the Senate. We got the Supreme Court, and we're going to put on a few new justices. They're trying to panic now, trying to get Biden to drop out, but too little, too late. We pretty much already got it in the bag, in my humble opinion. But that's no excuse to just stay home and do nothing. Go out there and vote and make sure it happens. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.